Is college worth it? Insights from Gen Z workers. A shocking revelation: nearly a quarter of Gen Z workers regret their college experience. In a recent study, Resume Genius 2025 Gen Z Career Prospects Report, an eye-opening 23% of Gen Z employees confessed to feeling disappointed with their college journey. What's more, a significant 19% believe their degree offered no career advantages whatsoever. But here's where it gets controversial: the value of a degree seems heavily influenced by the field of study. STEM and healthcare graduates reported a massive career boost, with an impressive 87% attributing their professional success to their education. In contrast, for those who majored in the arts, humanities, or social sciences, the number drops drastically to just 51%. Many Gen Z workers, if given the chance, would reconsider their path. Some would opt for more lucrative fields like tech or finance, while others would bypass the expensive degree route altogether, choosing trades, cheaper schools, or even entrepreneurship. However, not everyone is having second thoughts. Approximately a third, 32%, are content with their educational journey, and this satisfaction increases with higher degrees. Master's degree holders, while generally the most satisfied, also expressed regret about not choosing a more affordable educational institution. The report also highlights an intriguing trend: Gen Zers are embracing the side hustle. A whopping 58% of respondents reported having a side hustle alongside their full-time job, with another 25% considering one. Side hustles are no longer just a means to an end, they're a significant part of Gen Z's career strategy, driven by a desire for financial stability, passion projects, or future opportunities. Interestingly, side hustles are more prevalent among Gen Z workers with less formal education. Nearly two-thirds of associate degree holders juggle a side hustle, compared to just over half of bachelor's and master's degree holders. When it comes to career aspirations, Gen Z is redefining success. They're not chasing prestigious job titles or corporate ladders. Instead, they prioritize work-life balance, job security, and decent paychecks. In fact, a remarkable 91% consider work-life balance crucial to their success. This shift in priorities is reshaping the workplace and challenging traditional career paths. For Gen Z, it's about finding flexibility, fulfillment, and building a career that aligns with their unique aspirations and terms. So, what do you think? Is college still worth it for Gen Z? And this is the part most people miss: it's not just about the degree, but the entire career journey and the individual's unique path to success. What's your take on this? Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Gen Z Career Revolution: Redefining Success Beyond Traditional Paths. Hold on to your traditional career playbooks, they're crumbling right before our eyes. The latest generation isn't just tweaking the rules of professional success, they're tossing the entire rulebook out the window. But here's the twist: this revolution isn't about rebellion, it's about reinvention. Ready to see how they're rewriting the future? Let's dive in. Remember when career paths felt like straight highways? Graduate, join a company, climb steadily, retire decades later. That safety-first roadmap seems almost quaint now. For the cohort raised with smartphones in hand and side gigs in their teens, that model feels restrictive, disconnected, and frankly, archaic. Today's career seekers crave something deeper than security. They want meaning, adaptability, and alignment with their core beliefs. Welcome to the era of the new career code, where passion isn't optional, it's essential, and the journey to fulfillment looks more like a dynamic mosaic than a predictable ladder. And this is the part most people miss: it's not chaos, it's intentional design. The heart-led professional. Previous generations often viewed careers through lenses of prestige or financial safety. Not anymore. Today's emerging workforce, Gen Z and young millennials, build lives around what fuels them. Gaming, digital art, environmental advocacy, or social content aren't just pastimes, they're legitimate professions. Platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Patreon have transformed hobbies into empires, empowering a teen crafting viral slime tutorials or a self-taught game developer. Controversial? Absolutely. Critics argue passion first is naive, but supporters fire back. Why grind in monotony when you can thrive in purpose? Would you trade stability for soul-satisfying work? Tell us below. Tech's transformational role. Digital tools haven't just changed careers, they've exploded possibilities. 3 seismic shifts. Remote liberation, post-pandemic, office, is a concept, not a location. Picture this, a marketer emailing clients from a Bali co-working space, or a developer acing a job interview in pajamas. Geography no longer dictates destiny. Gig explosion, apps like Upwork and Fiverr let anyone sell skills instantly. Dream of designing, coding, or teaching? You can launch today, zero overhead. AI partnership, here's where it gets controversial. AI isn't erasing jobs, it's reshaping them. Writers use AI for drafting, social managers automate posts. The new premium? Adaptability. Skeptics warn of over-reliance. Could human creativity suffer? What's your take? The multi-track career mindset. Forget one job until retirement. Enter portfolio careers, simultaneous roles that weave income streams and experiences. Imagine someone as a freelance copywriter, a Twitch streamer, a weekend muralist, and a brand consultant, all at once. But here's the kicker, critics call this fragmented, advocates champion it as anti-fragile. Diversification means if one income stream dips, others compensate. Real-world example, Sarah, 28, balances UX design with her sustainable jewelry shop. She isn't indecisive, she's strategically unstoppable. Wellness as workplace priority. This generation witnessed older peers burn out in high-pressure roles, and vowed, not us. Mental health isn't a perk, it's non-negotiable. Flexible schedules, remote options, and empathetic cultures trump corner offices with toxic demands. Many would choose a fulfilling $50,000 role over a soul-crushing $150,000 position. Peace over pressure, that's the mantra. But is this sustainable long-term? Some argue it's a luxury only certain economies afford. Let's debate. Purpose: a paycheck. Salary isn't the primary metric anymore. Impact is. Climate action, equity movements, mental health awareness, these aren't just trends, they're career foundations. Young professionals flock to nonprofits, launch eco-startups, or leverage social platforms to drive change. They're proof that work can heal communities, not just bank accounts. Controversy hook: do the purpose-driven careers risk financial instability? Share your view. Education's evolution. The high school-college job pipeline? It's fracturing. While traditional degrees retain value, alternatives flourish. Micro-credentials, sites like Coursera or Skillshare offer laser-focused training. Bootcamps, want to code in 12 weeks? Intensive camps bypass years of theory. Self-directed learning, many top creators and devs built expertise via free resources. The message? Pathways are multiplying, but here's the tension: can self-taught talent compete with credentialed peers in conservative industries? Weigh in. Bridging the expectation gap. Generational friction peaks over career choices. Parents raised on doctor/lawyer/engineer ideals often clash with kids pursuing influencer gigs or indie ventures. Resolution hinges on dialogue, showing proof points, sharing income diversity stats, and celebrating unconventional wins. The breakthrough shift. Families recognizing that stable no longer means static. Future-proof fields. What's hot in the new career landscape? Roles blending purpose, tech, and agility. Creative economy, podcasters, VR storytellers, NFT artists. Tech frontier, ethical hackers, blockchain architects. Sustainability sector, green supply chain analysts, circular economy experts. Wellness innovators, digital mental health coaches, sleep specialists. E-commerce craft, Shopify entrepreneurs, AR retail designers. Common threads? Digital fluency, creative autonomy, and societal contribution. Final word, your rules, your way. This isn't about fitting into predefined boxes, it's about building your own. Success now means crafting work that ignites you, not just funds you. The new workforce thrives on experimentation, pivoting, learning, evolving. So whether you're monetizing a TikTok talent, launching a solopreneur venture, or hybridizing 5 passions, remember, the bravest thing you can do is define success on your terms. Still clinging to the old rulebook? It's time to burn it. But we're curious, what outdated career rule do you happily break? Roast it in the comments. Gen Z's education revolution, why traditional degrees are losing value. The education landscape is changing, Gen Z's doubts and the emergence of new options. The global education system is experiencing a monumental transformation, largely influenced by the shifting perspectives of Generation Z regarding higher education. While a significant 83% of Gen Z still regard college as an essential step, an increasing number of students and their parents are beginning to question the true value of traditional degrees. Factors such as soaring tuition fees, the heavy burden of student debt, and a job market increasingly influenced by artificial intelligence and automation have created a perfect storm of disillusionment. For investors, this shift represents a pivotal moment. Stocks tied to college tuition and student loan lenders are facing escalating risks, while vocational training providers are set to flourish. The erosion of conventional higher education. The U.S. higher education system has historically been a vital pathway to economic advancement, but its financial viability is now under scrutiny. Between 2019 and 2025, there was a notable 9.2% decline in undergraduate enrollment, with certain majors, such as English, experiencing a drop of 10.2%. Since the year 2000, the average tuition at public universities has nearly doubled, while wages have only increased at a fraction of that pace. This growing dissatisfaction is evident, as 25% of graduates express regret over their college choices, highlighting a widespread realization that obtaining a degree no longer guarantees financial stability. Stocks associated with college tuition, particularly those linked to for-profit institutions or traditional universities grappling with declining enrollment, are facing significant challenges. For instance, companies like Apollo Global Management, APO, and ITT Educational Services have reported falling revenues as students increasingly turn to more affordable alternatives. This trend reflects a broader decline within the sector. Student loan lenders are also encountering difficulties. With the conclusion of pandemic-related forbearance programs, delinquency rates have surged to 14%, and the average student debt now exceeds $38,000. Although the Biden administration's SAVE program has gained popularity, it is currently facing legal hurdles that could disrupt repayment structures. Investors in companies like Sallie Mae, SMA, or Navient, Navi, should prepare for regulatory challenges and potential defaults. The emergence of vocational alternatives. As Generation Z seeks more affordable and job-oriented pathways, vocational training providers are gaining momentum. Enrollment in trade schools and apprenticeships is growing at an annual rate of 4.9%, surpassing that of traditional colleges. The Corporate Finance Institute, CFI, for example, has established itself as a leader in financial education, offering certifications such as the Financial Modeling and Valuation Analyst, FMVA, and Financial Planning and Analysis Professional, FPAP. These programs cater to professionals in investment banking, financial planning, and corporate finance, with an impressive 78% of graduates reporting promotions within a year of completion. CFI's success is indicative of a larger trend. Skills-based training is yielding better returns on investment compared to traditional degrees. The company's membership plans, which range from $347 to $592, provide access to over 200 courses and 550 continuing professional education (CPE) credits, making it a scalable option for working professionals. A graph depicting this trend would likely show a sharp upward trajectory, reflecting its strong market position. Other vocational institutions, such as Trade Tech Holdings, TTHT, and Universal Technical Institute, UTI, are also reaping the benefits of changing policies. The Workforce Pell initiative proposed during the Trump administration, which aims to extend federal aid to short-term training programs, could further boost demand for these alternatives. Investors should consider these companies as long-term opportunities, given their alignment with the evolving needs of the labor market. Strategic investment opportunities. For investors, the key lies in shifting focus from traditional education stocks to sectors that align with Gen Z's priorities: affordability, flexibility, and employability. Here are some strategies to consider for portfolio positioning. 1. Short college tuition and student loan stocks. The financial models of traditional educational institutions are under significant stress. Shorting stocks of companies like Apollo or Sally Mae could capitalize on their declining revenues and regulatory challenges. 2. Invest in vocational training providers. Companies like CFI, TTHT, and UTI are well positioned to benefit from the growing trend towards skills-based education. Their emphasis on industry-relevant certifications and apprenticeships resonates with Gen Z's demand for tangible returns on investment. 3. Explore tech-driven education platforms. Companies that utilize artificial intelligence for personalized learning experiences, such as Coursera, Cour, or Udemy, UDMY, are likely to experience growth as online education becomes increasingly mainstream. Conclusion. The skepticism that Generation Z harbors towards traditional higher education is not merely a fleeting trend, it represents a fundamental shift with significant implications. As demand for college tuition stocks and student loan lenders declines, vocational training providers are stepping in to fill the gap. Investors who recognize this transition early, by shorting overvalued traditional education assets and investing in adaptive, skills-focused providers, stand to gain from the next wave of educational innovation. The future of education is no longer a one-size-fits-all approach, it is a diverse array of pathways tailored to meet the pragmatic and cost-conscious mindset of Gen Z.